If you want to know how to draw a cool stylized graffiti monkey like this guy here, stick around because I'm going to show you how. Let's go. What's good everybody, and welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to keep it a lot more natural and go through the processes on how you can draw a cool graffiti stylized monkey. I'm just going to show you everything I will do. It's not going to be a tutorial where I'm telling you about exact measurements or left and right, or this is going to be the exact proportion. We're just going to go with the flow, and I just have to explain you 100% honestly what's going through my mind as I'm doing it, how I'm creating it and building up. And hopefully if you can relate, good. If you can't, I'm not the teacher for you, and that's on your head, be it. So without further ado, how I would draw a graffiti monkey. First thing starting off with is the head. So I'm gonna start with a base shape. So for now we keep it real loose, like this. So it's not like a rectangle to the side and it's got a center line facing that way. I'm gonna keep the pencil super loose throughout. In fact, sometimes I encourage you just to scribble and pit lines on your paper to get rid of that fear of ruining your drawing, and just realize it's just a piece of paper at the end of the day, and it isn't life or death, so it's not serious, so don't put the pressure on yourself. First thing I'm going to start off with is this eye here in the right. So here I'm going to start this circle, and I'm going to lightly put a smaller circle inside. And as I'm doing so, I'm just also fishing for lines. So fishing for lines is I'm putting lines around with no real purpose, but just with the flow of the direction. Because it's a round shape, it might come up like this, and like so. Before I carry on, you're probably thinking, okay, well why are you doing that, Sotep? That's very good that you're doing it, but why? The reason being is this is going to start forcing me to use lines which I wouldn't usually put in place, but still make sense. So let's say here, this line that was a mistake, I'm using. Just like in life, if you make mistakes, if you're really smart, you realize it's just a lesson, or it's something that you can use later on down the road. Here, I'm taking this line, like so. So I like the way it came across, and now it sort of gives him the illusion that his eye is squinted. So I'll continue that circle, like this. Even that little dot I put in here, I'm going to take that. I wasn't going to take it at the beginning, and I don't usually do eyes in my characters, but for this, it looks right, it feels right, and I'm going to go with what feels more instinctively, instead of worrying about, is it exactly 2 centimeters across, is it in proportion? This is another thing as well, proportions, if it looks correct, it's correct. Okay? So here, I'm going to use these lines too. And I like the way it's kind of looking closed in, so I'm going to take some of these shapes as well. And once you've got your lines down, you might see different lines that you think look more attractive. Go for that. I'm just sort of showing you the process of how it's done, not telling you exactly how it's done. Once you know the process, you can just repeat it again and again. And that's all I'm doing here, like so. If you're wondering for this character if I have a rough idea of how it's going to look exactly, no I don't. I'm going with what feels right, a rough outline of where I want to place the features, and I'm going to build the story of the character as I'm moving along today. There's also 2 approaches. If you wanted the storyline and you wanted a specific idea, I would have obviously approached it differently from the beginning. But I just want to show you that you don't always need to have the idea first before you pick up your pencil and go to work. Just go to work and know that, and have trust that it's going to happen the way you want it to. Like so. Number 2, I like this mistake line, I'm taking that. The same eye this way. Do a small circle, and once again, like so. If you have a problem with being loose, I'll tell you a cool trick you can do, which may sound a bit hippy-dippy. It's just think of the words loose, loose, free. Think of those words as you're doing it. Free, just like affirm it to yourself. Free, loose, no pressure, easy, cool, relaxed. The reason you want this is you want to keep the whole image looking that way, but just have it in mind, it normally portrays through to the image. Like sounds a bit hippie, a bit woohoo, but I promise you, it's worked for me many a times. There's nothing worse than being so tense when you're drawing that you're scared to put every line in. A, you don't really get the drawing complete in a quick time, not that speed matters, and B, it loses a lot of its flow elements. Okay, now we've got those elements in place, we're now going to move on to a nose. 2 eyes are in place roughly. If you still want to add more, you can easily do so just by putting more lines around. But I kind of like the way this is going so far. Like this. For the nose, I'm going to put a line here just to put the center in, and it's going to come like this. Like a love heart. Just like this. And then, because that comes back to the bridge here that I had in earlier, I'm just going to draw some loose lines, keeping the lines loose again. Nothing's cemented in here, I'm just putting lines in. Look how sketchy that is. There's nothing, I'm not premeditated, I'm just going with how the flow of the skull will be. And I might see lines I want to keep, and I might see lines I want to get rid of. Just bin. Pow! And now to me, it's starting to tell a story. Right now he looks quite anxious, okay? So now the theme is, sorry for a few out there, it's gonna be more anxiety. Could there be something in front of him he's scared of? Something he's getting away from? Is he gonna be pushing out? The story's coming as we're moving. It's more of an improv. That's the way I work, is like a lot of it's improv. So now it looks worried, okay? Anxiety. Is he drinking coffee? Maybe he's having a coffee. Maybe he's smoking the marijuana. I know that causes a lot of people to be... Anyway, I was talking about anxiety because I have a feeling I'm going to start giving you lot anxiety. So I'm just going to shut my mouth now about that. And he just looks worried, okay? Okay, so the nostril goes in there. And here, cool effect. Just add a little bit of shade on the nose there. Pow, 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 pow. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. For the top, I'm going to use this line as an eyebrow, which I roughly put in. An eyebrow has got just like 2 lines that go together, but also you can use the eyebrow to give you more shape up here. So round that off a little bit, like so. And here, I'm just going to bring it back into the skull and down. And then also, I'm going to follow this sort of line, but place it here so it goes along. Just like this for now. I haven't really got much of a plan of the hair, but let's put that in there for now. Just give it the shape. Once that's done, I'm then going to move on to the front of the mouth. For that, I'm just going to do another small rectangle. Just like this. Throughout, keeping the lines loose. And see what I can pick up as I move along. Kind of looking like a little bit of a Simpson, but that's okay. We go for a Simpson monkey today. Just like so. Once we have that in place, I'm going to put the cheek line in, so it's like a cheekbone, like a skull, as well as give the face a bit of a shape here. Coming out and bringing down. Now, key point for any monkey is the ears. Here I'm just going to do 2 square shapes, one here and one on this side, like so. And for that I'm just going to give it a C shape. Then I'll put a few dents in from that C. And like I said again, loose lines. Find out some lines that haven't been used before or that your conscious mind has already used and your subconscious is working from. And let's just put in some shapes here for earrings. Just random shapes, like some squares. Look how loose that is. I'm not overthinking, okay, let's put in all this stuff and go slow. Right now I'm just edging everything in, like so. And now we'll start building the hair. So here, I'll just follow that shape and then give it more a hairline now. The hairline's coming back, so give it like this. From the sides, and the hair will come all the way across the skull of the monkey. So I'm just following this like small triangles. Like that. And I'll continue that hair at the bottom. And we give him like a cigarette. Now we'll just add him a cigarette in his mouth. Just like so. And now you start to see how things are building upwards. Here I'm going to add a hat coming sideways. I'm actually adding one of those hats with a spinny thing on top. He looks kind of a bit goofy, if I'm honest. So for now I'm just putting the shapes in like this. And then bring this out. Pow! Fold that off the top of the dome. Oh, should put that in. And the back of the head sits here. The shapes are still super loose for now. Like I said, don't commit to anything, you don't have to commit to anything at this point. You're just putting lines in and seeing what really works. And at any point you can change your design. Just remember that it's not serious, there's no pressure here. You go at your own pace and start seeing what lines work for you and what shapes you enjoy. Okay, so there we go. There's the base of the head. So I might say to myself, okay, I'm adjusting this ear. I want some more hair to come down. Just rub this off, and now I'm starting to orchestrate where I want certain shapes to be, like this. Pitting back. Like so. Now here I'm actually going to take a pencil, I'm just going to time lapse certain areas. Now the basis is down. Yeah, I'm just going to go over the head for now and we'll work on the body, but for now I'm just going to put on time lapse. All you want to do is darken up areas you want to keep and don't pick the lines in you don't want to keep. So I'm just going to quick this up and then I'll talk to you after the... But if you're doing this at home, take your time. There's no need to rush. There's no real need to just to get it done. And yeah, once you've outlined it, you should end up with something like this, and it's up to you what bits you want to keep and what you want to get rid of. That's entirely up to you as you move along with your drawing. So here's the cigarette's just got some smoke just to give the background some sort of element. Like so. So let's just say where we go from here. We've got the head down, it's got the expression. Next, before I put anything in, we're going to move the hands, because with these sort of graffiti characters, hands and heads really are the keys to expression, the facial expression, and then the body is a source to link it all together. So here, let's just do hand one. It's just a rectangle, keep the lines loose, and 2 cylinders. There's a full tutorial on hands, so I don't want to be spending too much time on the exact method used to draw hands, but once you know the secret, it's really easy. There is a full tutorial on my channel. You can find out, just type in how to draw hands, so techniques, and it will come up. So hand one, and let's have hand two coming towards here. I'll probably draw something in the hands as well. Like, let's just say he's drawing a sword. He's about to be attacked, and he is a monkey samurai. Bang, that's your story. And really rough, just to show you the key positioning. And then from here, we draw the blades being drawn. Just put a bit of shade in there, darken it up with everything else. So the rectangle, like that, and then the rest of the blade coming out. And from there we can just adjust his fingers, like so. Okay, so now you're probably thinking, what step next? So once the hands are in place, I then look for the body. So the next to me comes to this. That would just be done with this triangle shape. And then the body will just come down this way, like so. So if we just draw the top of the body being this case, there's no closing him. And the bottom half come down like so. Then from here, we can look to where we're going to connect the arms. So here, you're looking for about here's one arm, there's the second arm. So this will come behind. So we'll just draw this shape and then connect to that point. Just like so. And then for this, we can do it coming up like this and then coming back in like that. And then draw the rest of the blade coming across. Just like so. And now from here you've got the basics to put on all the clothes you wish on your character. So from here we can just say, give him like a loose t-shirt, so put some loose lines coming down. Maybe give him a hood off top. And then loose arms. One there, one there. And then some folds in the clothes as they're coming down. And then maybe add his tail in. His tail could be coming through the foreground. See how loose all the lines are? Nothing's really being committed at this point, as we're still trying to establish the best way around or how to build up this character. And just like that, that's the basics of it all, and depending on how you want to take it, you could add more detail to the clothes, less detail. It's entirely up to you and your design. I might keep his legs like monkey legs, tail coming across, and then the hands. And from there, you want to do the same as we did with the head. Grab yourself your pencil, go over the whole thing, darken up certain areas and lighten up areas you don't want. Don't line up, I mean just don't do them. There we have it guys, that's how you can draw a cool stylized graffiti monkey. If I was doing this, obviously on my own time, I'd be spending a lot of time going through it all, double lining lines and make sure it's all perfect. So make sure you don't rush it, even though I'm just trying to explain to you the basic principles, because I don't want to just tell you how to draw something, you go away and draw the exact same. I want to sort of give you the tools and then you can build your own characters, knowing the process every time. So if you do come to a character, you can just do it straight away with confidence. So there we have it guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any other things you'd like to see on how to draw, you just let me know. And until next time, stay creating, hope you're well, and peace.